We kind of got into the Arsenal conversation kind of organically in the show, but Arsenal look like they're turning down the opportunity to sign Benzema. They're not really linked with bringing anybody in as of right now. Gooners, do you feel like you've done enough this January? Do you feel like you've done enough to go to that level now to still go on and win the league from this point, or are you comfortable with the squad that you've got? I want to go to Gal first on this.
Terry, I want us to do business, but the reality is I don't think we will. I wanted us to go get Ivan Toney in January. I think that would push us on to go get the league. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna wait until the summer. I wanted us to potentially move on some of these guys like Eddie and Nketiah in the January. It's unrealistic at this moment in time, and it looks like that's going to be something we're going to have to wait until the summer. So, is it enough? It's going to have to be. Arteta's going to have to find solutions. Yeah, that's the honest truth. At this moment in time, I want more, but it doesn't seem like that's what we're going to get. I think the only thing that could potentially happen is maybe a Kyle Walker-Peters on loan or a right back or some sort of defender coming into this team. That's really the only thing I think that might happen.
Kyle Walker-Peters.
Yeah,
that's the reality of our situation too. Do
you see this as because there's lots of differentiating views online? Is this Arsenal as a football club not doing enough? Is this Arteta being stubborn and not wanting to replace some of his favourites, or do you think there is real genuine financial constraints against Arsenal?
Well, listen, definitely Arteta has his favourites. How Nketiah still got a job. How we haven't gotten rid of him yet, I will never know, to be honest, because I can tell you right now, he's way too inconsistent. Just doesn't play this type of football we want to play, can't handle it. So for me, he needs to be one of the first to go, as well as, listen, Reece Nelson. I like Reece Nelson, but not at that level. We need to be selling these players on, trying to recoup as much funds as we can and go out and buy players that can help us towards the latter end of the season. I know that Thomas Partey's back now, and during Timber as well he's coming back, and he looks like next month he should be hopefully available for games. But during Timber, I don't think we can really rely on him too much, just because the injury that he's coming back on, or he's coming back off, it's not some simple injury. He's coming back off of an ACL, I think it was, or MCL, and he ruptured it. So he was out for a while, or he tore it, I think. So it's not going to be easy for him to come back, and then you're going to think, oh my God, he's going to be playing exactly how he played. Like that. This is the kind of injury that really puts a player back, and you have to test them. Like, are they going to come back the same player they were before? We don't know. Do you know what I mean? Look at Van Dijk when he had his knee injury. Look at how Van Dijk came back, and only now is he reaching back to certain levels that he was at before. Only now, because injuries in your knee, they mess you up, because then you can't go into tackles the same way. Thomas Partey, I think, coming to our team is going to improve us. Yeah. Thomas Partey, I think, coming to our team is going to improve us. I've said this before, line breaking passes. You've seen, I use, for example, in the whole Saka debate, I would use, for example, the fact that he hadn't had Thomas Partey behind him yet to offer those line-breaking passes straight through. If you see certain games where Jorginho has played and he's been able to play those passes, Champions League, when he was able to play that pass through, I think it was against PSV, where he played that pass through, and even the other day, yes. So for me, Thomas Partey coming back to this team is so important, and I think that could really help us in the in the back end of the season.
Can I save you right there, bro? Don't put all your eggs in Partey.
No. I'm not right now. Listen, I'm taking it game by game. We've just
beaten 33 games last year. Don't forget.
We've just finished.
He played 33 games last year.
He did play a lot of the season.
That's dispelled that myth. I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that.
No, but
so I think you have to take it. The fact that when Partey went out, he's the reason. Partey being injured was the reason why he didn't win the title. That's what we were saying.
No. Nobody said Partey last year.
They'll say Saliba.
The real thing everyone said is Saliba, and I'll die on that hill. But the reality is Thomas Partey reliable his whole time at Arsenal? No, but last year he really was. Second half of the season, if he's reliable, and we have Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and Partey midfield, that's one of the best midfields in this league.
I'm so excited.
I hold my hands up. I bought into a false narrative. I genuinely thought he didn't really play that much last season. If you're saying he played 33 league games, boy,
He didn't start.
But this
30.
isn't anything new, though.
He started like 28 or 29, but he subbed in for a bunch of those games, led up to 33 total.
Fair. Even 28 starting, that's still good. That's still good.
But yeah, Sad, I don't want to take your.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. All I was,
Are you boys gutted that you've been offered Benzema, but you're not going to spend the money on him? I mean, did you guys understand that decision? And a lot of people are saying money, but everyone knows a Premier League club isn't going to have to pay £1 million a week. They can get it done a little bit cheaper. To just sort of walk away from it, as the reports from Samuel McBell have said, you must be disappointed in that, Egal, one of the best strikers still in the world, and you're just saying no to him and keeping Eddie Nketiah.
Terry, the manager knows best at this moment in time. That's the kind of situation I have to put myself in, because clearly I don't know. Clearly I don't know all the details. Clearly I don't know what they're asking. You can call it delusional. You can call it what you want, but we don't have all the facts. So how am I going to sit here? How am I going to sit here and be yelling and screaming for Benzema? I would take him I would take it in a heartbeat, and I think it would improve us in the short term. But clearly, the club is not looking at short-term fixes. They want long-term.
You just said the manager knows what's right. If you guys aren't signing anyone and you're not really looking at anyone, does your manager know anything then? Because clearly, you're not
maybe they have information we don't have. We can't look at everything.
I think it's now the 25th of January. You guys haven't made a signing. You haven't approached the player.
Nobody has done that except for Tottenham, because this season a lot of teams have been.
But you can make as much excuses to make you feel good as you want. At the end of the day, you're in a title challenge. We was told and we were sold by yourself.
We still are, by the way.
We was sold by yourself at the start of the season that this was the year. Arsenal and Man City. You said Arsenal, City. We're the only team that can compete with City. We're the team that's going to take
up Liverpool, though.
You know what, George?
You said at the start of the season that you will win the league. So if your team is on this run, you believe your team can win the league. And the belief and the expectation is that you will challenge to the end. Why now, when you've gone on a bad run of games? We're in January. We're 3 weeks into January, by the way. You guys had your worst form leading into that. Everyone can see there's a problem with the attack. You have not got the depth. You have not got the depth that everyone thought you had. You don't have the depth required to play two games a week. I was going to say 3 competitions, but you ain't got 3 competitions anymore. You've only got 2 competitions. So you haven't got the depth required to even manage 2 competitions at a high level, playing Champions League and Premier League every week. So when that comes around and you're going to struggle for more goals like you have so far this season, you're relying on corners and your defenders and other players to start picking up because your attack's not doing the job. We need to sit there and we need to ask big questions of what the manager is actually seeing and if he can see correctly, because we can all see there's a problem with the attack. Saka's not looking good. Martinelli, he got 2 goals the other day, but that doesn't take away the fact that he hasn't scored in 3 or 4 months before that, and he's been horrible this season. And just like you said, you need a left back, you need a left centre mid, and you need a striker. That's 3 positions, and you've not improved any of them. How are you still going to push Man City to this title if you've not improved your team?
Guess what, George? Guess what? We don't need to have the best team in the world to win a league. We just need to get the best out of what we currently have at our disposal. And I think there's still a level to go. This team doesn't all of a sudden.
Wait, all right.
One second. Bro, I let you land. And maybe you can put in your 1-2 line.
Can I just say something? Someone said in the comments, this guy signed Werner and he's speaking about signing.
Yeah, listen, allow it. They signed Werner, Dragonson, and somebody else, but let them live. They're about to at least.
Wait. Egal, don't do that. Because you cannot do that because Project Tottenham in their first season is 3 points behind title challenging Arsenal.
Exactly. We give you a round of applause.
In the same
We
position.
give you a round of applause. We give you a round of applause, and we say you guys are doing really well. 1 second.
But we say you failed.
The difference is
because you set your standards this high that you're going to challenge and win.
The difference is we went on a bad slump, and the reality of the situation is we look at ourselves and we say we just came off a form where we won 1 in our last 7, and we're 5 points off the top of the league. It is not out of the realm of possibility that we can't still win this league. Now, are we favorites to win it? No. That is not the reality. We found ourselves in a situation where we're top of the league come Christmas, and we did go on a slump. Now, should we strengthen in January? We should, but the situation financially, we don't know. We cannot just say
why
you have to buy players no matter what.
Your club and manager? Why do you feel the
One
need
second.
to
The reason why I'm not calling them out is because I've seen us spend money in January and put ourselves backwards. I've seen us make mistakes. So I don't want us for God's sakes, for the sake of it, to go buy Callum Wilson for 18 million, fuck ourselves over by putting his wages on, pay 18 million for him, and then in the summer have a situation where that transfer cost us an extra 30 million in our transfer for a proper
that's a great point. That's a great point. Like, I understand them doing more, but if they don't have the money, surely signing a Callum Wilson as an example, or a Terrace or a Choupo-Moting, surely that's worse than signing no one, because they're not those players. Well, Callum Wilson's better than Nketiah, but he's very, very, very injury prone. Surely that's worse for Arsenal.
He's gonna walk into our team, and I guarantee you, 1 week in, he's gonna be injured. I promise you. I guarantee you, he's gonna be injured 1 week into our process, bro. I'm telling you right now. As soon as he walks in,
signing players like Callum Wilson's and these things, because last season, just exactly what you done wrong was go for Plan B options. Jorginho, Leandro Trossard, they didn't push you to the league, and you was ahead. You was
so why are you upset when we can't get our Plan A in January?
Okay, I go. Let me quickly answer something. You were saying, even if you don't add into this month, you still think you can challenge. But what evidence is there to suggest that you can go all the way to challenge if you don't add in this month?
No, I'm not going to try to be an Arsenal tactical, but I'm just simply going to say Saka's underperforming. You just need to get him up and running. Simple put. The way you're going to get him up and running, you have you better chances, better quality of chances, and deep line playmaking from a midfield that's more balanced, like Declan Rice, Partey, and Jorginho will benefit our whole attack. In addition to that,
but then everything has to align. That means a Thomas Partey. That means them three would have to stay fit till the end of the season for the output from your.
Guess what? You don't need a fully fit squad for the entire season to win. You just need to get the best out of the players available.
No, you don't. But your main players need to stay fit, because you look so screaming our Partey got injured and we lost the title because of him. So Partey's one of your main players. Because I agree with you. Partey, Odegaard, and Rice is your strongest midfield three.
Bro, this season we've had Timber and Partey out for majority of the season. We're still 5 points off the top of the league.
Everyone's had injuries.
We've lost. We've only won 1 game out of 7, and we're 5 points off the top of the league. We're still sitting here.
Guys, let Gal finish, guys, please.
We're sitting here January 25th, still talking about Arsenal in the title race. I'm not sitting here telling you we're favorites, pumping my chest, we're going to win it. I'm just merely saying, don't write us off, because we can get on a good run of form.
You do know that City went 6 games without a win too, right? Like,
you're
again, wait. And they're ahead of you. No. You're sitting here trying to paint out the picture that, we didn't win in 7 games, but we're still here. You was top of the league. You was top of the league, and then you started dropping points. So of course, no one's ignoring that. We've acknowledged that you was top of the league. You fell from top of the league. To get back to the top of the league, you need to improve your team.
We play Liverpool in 2 weeks' time.
Last season, the reason you've done so well, which one thing Arsenal fans still haven't acknowledged, is overperformance. Most of your players overperformed. They outperformed.
No.
Outperformed themselves.
The
likes of Martinelli, the likes of Saka performed to a level which they
I disagree, bro.
Guys, what we're going to do, just in the interest of time, Sark, because I know you've got to shoot in a minute yourself, because I'm on a little bit of a time restraint now. Viewers,